What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Gran Turismo 5. I think it's like episode 7. But we're starting off today with a treat for you guys because I got, finally, my first premium car that I wanted to have. Meet my Mark IV GTI. So, I figured you guys probably saw this coming a little bit, that I would wind up with some sort of Volkswagen GTI project on this series. I've made it abundantly clear every time I've done a Let's Play of Gran Turismo recently to not go without owning a Golf at some point. I did a couple of Mark IV builds in GT2 Plus. We did the Mark V in the GT4 German lock. Did the Beetle RSI during the Gran Turismo 3 Price Car Challenge. And now we're back with a Mark IV. So this is... only thing I've done to it is an oil change. I saved it for this video because for a couple of reasons. I wanted to experiment with it a little bit. We're obviously going to work at some point and get this car racing modified to be our first RM of the series, as well as drive a premium car on a standard track. And by that, I mean taking advantage of the Master Mod and driving on an old track. So we're going to head to... see, I'm torn here because we've got Coast City Amalfi. We've got Special Stage Route 5. We've got Côte d'Azur. I think these are all GT5 tracks, but we got Hong Kong. We got New York. We got Opera. We got Seattle, Seoul, and City d'Aria. I don't give City d'Aria enough love, so we're gonna take out this Mark IV. We're gonna put our traction control on 1, and we're going to see what she can do on City d'Aria, a track that I typically don't like, but figured I'd give it a little bit of love today and in this video. The camera is really bugged on the menu with these PS2 tracks, but this is effectively what I call a standard track, because the PS2 cars are standard cars, so this is a standard track. Is it raining? Hold on, I don't want it raining. I don't know why it was raining. There we go. Now it's nice out. I don't know why it was raining. I think that happens a lot of these PS2 tracks. It rains. Alright. So we are now looking at a fully modeled car on a not modeled track. On a not very HD track. Now, of course, Gran Turismo 4 and Tourist Trophy are the only games in the PS2's library to ever run at 1080i. Meaning they technically run in HD. But... regardless, we're on a PS2 track in a PS3 car. Little horn. So 18T, this is, I believe, the 20 valve engine. I think this is that engine. They've coded it in as the 20 valve head. Understeer a little bit there. This is a bit of a trip. Going down a PS2 model track in this car. It actually doesn't look too bad, honestly, in the grand scheme of things. Oh boy, I forgot why I don't like this track. This little 18T is a treat, though. I'm excited to have this car because, for one thing, I don't give Mark IVs a whole lot of love in these games anymore because the Mark IV is apparently, according to Autotop NL, the worst generation of GTI. And I don't necessarily agree with that statement, so we're going to put this to the test and see if we can make a really sick Mark IV GTI. Now, of course, my lap has gotten validated, but it's fine because the point of this wasn't to set a lap record, but just to mess with people a little bit. The fact that we're driving City d'Aria in a modern, or more modern GT title in the HD era is a bit wild, and having interior view that functions on a car on City d'Aria, a PS2 track, is just wild. On the brakes hard as we come past this back straight. Little 18T is just so fun. I love these little things, man. So he's just so playful. Now, of course, the better choice for this would have been the Mark V, but I literally just covered the Mark V in the GT5 prologue video I did. So I wanted to give the Mark IV a chance in the limelight. I've covered the Mark V a couple of times now because I also did a Mark V build in the German lock series. So if I was going to get a GTI in this one, I wanted it to be the Mark IV. I'm indecisive. I'm going to keep it Tornado Red with the RM, though, because I'm still going to get an R32 at some point. Because I just like that car. So I may not stay Tornado Red forever. Light them things up. I love that. That's just such a cool thing to have access to, is a PS2 track in this game. Younger me would have thought this is nuts. All right, what else do we want to mess with this thing? What do they have in the Dirt and Snow? Do they have the old PS2 tracks? Little stutter there. Doesn't look like it. Oh, never mind. We got Chamonix in PS2. We got Ice Arena in PS2. We got Swiss Alps. Oh, Smoky Mountain. Oh, Tahiti and Pikes Peak PS1. I think this is busted, though. I don't think this works very well. Ah, but the fact that Tahiti Maze is here, dude. I actually want to mess with that at some point. Motegi's PS2 layout is here. We got Tsukuba's PS2 layout as well. Which I believe we also have the PS2 variants of the Nürburgring, Fuji, Suzuka, Monza, not Monza. Do you have Circuit of Sarth? And its old layout. We have Valencia as well. This is the track that I don't have a lot of seat time on outside of GT PSP, so we'll play around with this too. We'll do a lap here. And then we'll get into some actual action, because we do have some challenges to do that I'm going to try to bring the Z3M Coupe out to. Now that I have that car, we have a little bit of money to throw around. Oh, man, the track was not loaded in very well. We're going to take the Z3 out, the M Coupe. We're going to do a little bit of mods to it, nothing too crazy, because I don't have a lot of money to throw around after I bought this car. Oh, we're getting some rain on Valencia, even though it is very sunny out. Got the lights on. I like honking the horn in this game, it's fun. Oh man, the rain has not aged very well. Granted, this model isn't really the best, honestly. And maybe it's because I'm driving it on a PS2 track. I don't know why this game likes to rain on the PS2 tracks. Oh, yeah, this thing is not enjoying the rain. The thing I will say is that the paint looks very matte. Not entirely sure why that's the case. Little blow-off noise there. I knew I was about to go off right there. It's cool having this track here, though, because, I mean, obviously it's not Barcelona, which is one of my favorite tracks ever. I love that track, especially watching it in the Spanish GP lately, when they got rid of the chicane at the end. Oh, I love it. But I do like this track as well. Valencia is an interesting course for me, just because it's not a track I had a lot of seat time in. I mean, I didn't experience it until I got GT4 and Taurus Trophy around the same time. See, that threw me for a loop, because I totally thought I was supposed to go that way. Am I going the right way? I don't know if I'm going the right way anymore. Yeah, I'm going the right way. Oh gosh, we're going off. A little bit of limiter didn't hurt anybody. And the weather is picking up horribly. The rain. According to the little rain meter, oh, there it goes. Finally ticked over 1%. I don't know why it feels the need to rain here. Interesting, no 6 gear. I think only 337s came with the 337 edition came with 6 gears though. All right, we've had our fun. Let's go and grab the Z3. We're gonna definitely get some credits together though, because I do want to make this car an RM, because I never played around with it very much as a kid. And I did install this game on Steam Deck. I'm not gonna lie, and I do have an RM of this car on that game. But of course, trying to run this game on the Steam Deck's a disaster, and it runs awful. Anyway, we got 25 grand to play around with. We're going to, add the Mark IV to favorites if I haven't already. We're going to grab our Z3M Coupe. You can see I have slimmed down the garage. I sold the Aristo. I sold the Salady that I won after what took the MR2 back out and won that Tsukuba. I sold the Hummel. I sold something else. So I brought down the overall garage count by a good bit. But we are going to grab this BMW M Coupe for the FR challenge. Excuse me. The question, I'm hoping it's based on the European version of this car. We're going to do an oil change just because it probably needs it, honestly. I'm going to pay out of pocket this one because I'm going to save those coupons. Yeah, look at that. We're going to gain a ton of power off of just an oil change on this thing. There we go. I think we're going to make over 300 horsepower now. All right. Let's put some wheels on this thing. Let's see what we got. I'm not crazy about the stock wheels. This technically is an E36 at the end of the day. I'm leaning obviously towards BBSs. I feel like that's just an obvious choice for this car, but let's keep looking through because I'm not really liking any of these options. I think I am. I mean, the C28s look good, but they look too big. The LMRs seem to fit this car's style more, so we're going to go with that. I know that is money I could easily use towards putting mods in this thing. Check it. There apparently is supposed to be more RMs in this mod, but I haven't yet seen those. How dumb is this going to look with a wing? It looks really stupid. What is that? Oh, man, that looks so stupid. Okay, I'm not wasting credits on that. I do kind of wish this car wasn't black. I kind of thought about painting it a different color, but I don't really have a lot of options, especially in other BMW colors, because I would kind of want to paint that Laguna Seca, honestly. All right, so we're going to throw a little bit of money. It's already on sports tires, so we're going to leave that alone. We're going to do basic suspension. The fixed sport kit. We're going to give that a try. I usually skip straight to fully customizable with my cars, but we're going to give it a try. We're going to do the sport exhaust. Trying to get more bang for buck, so obviously I'm not trying to just throw a ton of money at this car. We're going to go ahead and do the header and the downpipe, I guess. We're going to throw an intake on it. I don't quite know about doing the intake manifolds. Just straight off the rip. To stage 1 engine. ECU. Let's see, what does that leave us in terms of cash? 15,000 is what we need for stage 2. We'll go ahead and add the manifold. Right at 380 horsepower. This thing's going to be a little bit skatey, I feel like, but it'll be fine. We'll have some fun with it, and we'll do... Just to polish this off, we'll throw in a carbon drive shaft. This is a nice touch. All right, we've got a pretty mildly built, but it does make a lot of power for an NA inline 6. All right, off to the FR challenge. 3 laps here on each of these tracks. All right, so we got an F body SS. We got a BMW Concept 1 Series TII. It's effectively a 135i. S15. We have a C2 Corvette, a Z32. We have me. We have a 350Z, a Z33. We have a Shelby Series 1. We have a Buick GNX. I'm sure you Kendrick fans are getting excited about that. I haven't listened to that album. And we have a 370Z or Z34 Fairlady Z. This should be a pretty wild one. Let's see what we can do. If there's anything we can change in the settings with that suspension. Yeah, there's literally no settings. I figured there wasn't. All right, 381 horsepower. This thing weighs, it's all right. 1,400 kilos is pretty all right. All right, let's see what she can do. Oh, it hates this. There we go. Took a second. I really wish I could figure out how to turn the compiling shaders thing off, but I'm sure it's a simple thing that I just haven't clicked yet. All right. This thing revs high. 8,000 RPM is no joke. All right, we got this. Get out of here. Oh, gosh, she tried to kill me. Brakes probably should have been something I upgraded. These brakes are not holding it with this much power. Oh, man, we are just all over the road. The 1 Series TII is kind of sick. So it's effectively a predecessor to the 1M. It's closer to a 135i, I believe. Maybe. I'm pretty sure it's based on the 135i. Because I'm pretty sure in GT6 it was badged as such. But... And maybe a 128? I don't know. I'm 90% sure, though, it's a 135 base car, though. If I remember correctly, the 1M's in this game. Some contact with the 1 Series there, the E82. We're just all over the road right now. We're going to put it in the wall a little bit there. That's okay, though. A little bit of graphical glitches on those bleachers. It sounds interesting with this sport exhaust. Get around this Camaro. Oh, I don't think I'm going to make this corner. I don't think I'm going to make it. Ah, we barely didn't. It sounds like a Porsche. It sounds kind of like a GT3. I mean, it revs about as high as a 997 from the era, but... forget, by the time this update came out, this was like right around the time the 991 was getting ready to hit the road. Of course, EA still had their license at the time. There's a loud horn. Oh, I have fun honking the horn in this game. I'm weird. I did that as a kid too when I played through this game when I was younger. Something about these fences, it is just having all sorts of graphical glitches. We just understeered straight off track. A little bit of a flame there in the downshift. Alright, foot down. We got one more lap to go here. Let's see what this thing can do. Kind of surprised we're not just like completely blowing this away, but at the same time I'm like not surprised because this thing is just kind of all over the road. It's on sports hards. It's not the best tire in the world. It doesn't help that I was driving so bad. We're going to miss the corner again because of that grass. Or maybe not. I mean, it was sloppy, but we at least didn't fall off the track. We got that Shelby Series 1 behind us. A lot of understeer there. That Shelby's going to be on our bumper here momentarily. I need to get good with this thing. Because we are struggling. That Shelby is on me. This thing is not one. It's not one to grip in the back. It's not one to grip in the front. It's a very obscure scenario. Oddly enough, though, the E36 Z3M Coupe, the taillights look very E46. I remember the fight real hard. That Shelby's quick. I remember doing this as a kid and that Shelby being a pain in the butt. And we do get the win. Phew, okay. That could have gone worse. Alright, we got 2 more rounds to go with this, I believe, or 3 more rounds. I can't remember. I think it's 2. Now we got Tsukuba and Trial Mountain. This will be a short race. Oh gosh, there's an E46 M3 in this. We have an SL500 as well. I'm not too scared about the SL500. We have another E36 Z3 Coupe. We have an Aristo. We have a C4 Grand Sport. We have an actual 135i. And a Z4 and a RX-8. So this will be interesting. That E46 obviously is going to be a pain in the balls, but maybe the 300ZX too, actually. The top 2 are going to be finicky. Especially with this car being kind of just all over the place. Alright, that M Coupe up front is in yellow. It's a yellow one. Gonna show him that that is an ugly color for that car. Alright, we are racing at Tsukuba. Let's make some moves. Playing this after playing GT3 is unique. It's an interesting experience going from standard def, 480p, 4x3 most of the time, to effectively a game that runs in HD is pretty crazy. In fact, I actually have the game running with like not like super crazy texture packs or nothing, but with the resolution scaler set to 1440p because that is what my monitor is. It's great. It looks pretty solid at 1440p, honestly. has been downscaled for you guys. You guys are watching this in 1080p right now. Catch a little bit of a tail slide out of there. Gonna late brake on the Z300ZX. We're gonna almost push him off track. Fighting hard to keep this thing on the road because this thing does not want to stick. Just all over the grass right now. All right, going into turn 1, hard on the brakes. Come on, Z3M. Oh, here, man, this thing is just not wanting to hook up. It understeers horribly. As I predicted, the E46 M3 is just going to be right up on us. Gotta defend the shoes on her, the clown shoes on her. There we go. Oh, this game, it hates the bumper view on this thing. It's like a different time of day. There it goes. Just need to let it load in. Someone just tried to dive bomb me there. It is the E46. He's going to get around me. This is not the time for that. That is for sure. We need to be ahead of him. This is the last lap. I'm not losing here again. In back-to-back videos. This thing just cannot grip. It understeers so bad as it tries to kill me by snap oversteer. Sports softs would go a long way on this car, honestly. Come on, car. Over to bring that back. That was brutal. As long as I don't botch this corner. This thing is so slow through here because it can't hook up to save its life. But we were able to pull it off, so it's fine. This thing is not really impressing me too much. The grip is really undesirable. It just understeers everywhere. It's crazy. Alright, on to Trial Mountain. 3 laps Trial Mountain. This will be a long one. Alright, we got a Prowler, a G35 Coupe. I always forget that's in this game. I got the M Coupe. Another E36 guy. We have a Shelby Series 1. We've got the Coupe Concept, which I believe is the G37 pretty much. We have me. We have a Skyline GTSR R31. We have a 350Z GT4 Limited Edition. We have a RX-7 and an RX-8. So this is going to be interesting. Track control is on 5, and this thing is just lighting the tires up out of the corner. If I trusted the car more, I'd drop it down, because I'm sure that would probably help with the understeer. But at the same time, this thing's, I feel like it would just get real skatey at that point. So that is the Coupe Concept in front of us. That is a G37 at the end of the day. Now, 3 laps here will be some time-consuming runs here. All right, the Z Coupe is identical to us. The M Coupe is identical to us. We're going to understeer quite a bit here. That was not a great start here. Good slide there. All right, we got the Shelby in our sights and the G35. Was the G35 a premium model in this game? I think it is. How about that? Oh, it definitely is. Look how much better the model is. This thing is so skatey. Onto the straight. Now we just got to drag in the Prowler. Oh, big slide. Rear end's going to come unglued a little bit there. It's okay, though. We are in a good spot, though. We are in an incredible position to take this one home. As I say, as I understeer through the chicane and nearly flip the dang car over. Because this thing just cannot... Oh, the Prowler tries to kill me. This thing kind of sucks. I'm not going to lie. The understeer is so bad. And like I'm sure, with better suspension work and probably sport softs, this thing would be on rails. But my gosh, it's undrivable almost with how bad the understeer is right here. Because now I'm going to have to spark a comeback to get past the Shelby. See, I like the camera in this game because I can actually see around the car quite well. In GT3, I have a hard time with it. As much as the GT3 camera is, like, praised, I have a really hard time seeing around the cars in that game in third person. And we're second and almost a second and a half behind the Shelby Series 1 here. And then get him on the inside. He may be able to rebound it, though, and he doesn't. Say hi to Nessie as we come down through here. Big slide from the BMW there. One more lap to go here. Big drift from the Z3. This thing is just a smoke show at times. It understeers a ton, and then when you get on throttle in the corner, it will just light the rears up if it has the opportunity. Like I said, probably better suspension, better tires, thing would be great, but in its current state, the thing kind of sucks. I hear the Shelby like right behind me. Luckily, we make a ton of more power. Guess maybe not enough power to completely outrun the Shelby. Which is interesting. I mean, this thing makes almost 400 horsepower. The Shelby is trying its hardest to get at us right now. We'll slide there. We're heading to the final chicane here. And across the line. Okay, that was something. G35 finished all the way down in 8th. That's kind of a surprise. And we had a first and last in the BMW squad. Oh, that was a little tough. Still not quite enough for level 11. That's something. Alright, I think we should be getting a prize car now. So let's see what we got here. We're almost done with everything in beginner. We just have the K-Cup, the Japanese... Okay, we're almost done. We got 4 more events left out of 9, it looks like, other than the race editor, which I really wish I knew how to work. I keep like hoping that someone knows how to work it, or the developers will reach out and help me out here with understanding how that works. All right, FT86 concept. Not entirely something I'm excited to see, but it's a prize car. Especially because I think I have the concept 2 already. Generic Subaru startup that they put in the game. But alright, I think that's where we're going to wrap this one up because we are right at the 30-minute mark. I appreciate you guys watching this video. If you did like it, be sure to like it and subscribe. More content coming soon on Gran Turismo 5. And I will see you guys later. Have a great day.